Hello everyone, welcome back to Hacking with Ken. So today we're going to be learning about user and group management in Linux. We're going to be learning how to create a user and how to modify one, how you can delete a user, and how you can create a group and stuff like that. But first of all, we're going to be learning what users and groups are. So user is someone who can access the system, right? So who is someone who can be anybody. Let's say you must have a user in your Windows operating system to use the Windows functionality. There are two users in your Windows currently. One is you and other is administrator or admin user. So the same thing works with Linux, but you have two users here, but one is you and the other one is called root. Now root is basically the admin of Linux. So basically you can say that root is the administrator version of Linux. So what we're going to learn is we're going to create one, modify one, and stuff like that. So to do this, first of all, and yeah, I forgot to tell you about groups. Let's discuss groups. Now let's say groups are the users which have same permissions. So in groups, basically most users will have same permission and access, so they can access to setting, but this access means like they can access the commands or stuff like that, not that they can access a directory or stuff like that, because each user directory is sacred and should not be accessible by other users. Okay, if you are an employee, you should not be able to go into the CEO directory. Okay, but CEO can go into your directory because it's the ACP policy, access control policy. So to do that, first of all, I'm going to SSH into my machine. This IP is 4. This is basically the Ubuntu server I just installed on the virtual box. So we are in virtual machine basically. So first of all, let's say I'm going to set password for the root. So to do that, I'm going to go root by using sudo bash command. Now bash is basically a shell, and I'm running it as root. So basically that will give me root. Now set password for root, just type passwd, and I will type the same password as Kencypher, but you should not do that. Root user must have different password. So after that, to go into the, you can su root. Now if we going to create a user, we're going to be doing it in the root. So basically that's why I stepped into root. The passwd command is used to change password, and we will learn how you can do that. So first of all, we're going to be creating a user. Okay, so there are two commands to do that. One is user add and second is add user. Now both are really different commands from each other. One basically takes arguments, one does not take arguments. One is automated, and its functionality is like full-fledged, and one takes a lot of arguments but does a pretty well job too. So basically it's up to you who whatever method you choose. So first of all, I type sudo, it's old habit, user add. Okay, let's type user add. As you can see, there are a lot of parameters here. We can see, let's clear the screen and let's type add user. So first of all, we're going to be using add user for quickie. So add user, and I'm going to specify a name. Now we already have Kencypher. I'm going to be using let's say hacker. Let's type hacker. Okay, add user is hacker. As you can see, it's doing its amazing job on its own. It's automated, and you see this, the copying files from /t/scale, and you will see these numbers. What the hell does this mean? Don't worry, I'm going to explain all this to you. Okay, let's type its password, hacker, password is hacker, and I'm just going to let it slide it empty, yes, and clear. You can verify the user by typing id command, id, and type the user. Let's type id hacker, or you can verify by going into passwd file. Let's go into the passwd file, passwd, and let's grab that hacker. Okay, we got a hacker, and you're probably seeing this might be confusing you. Just wait, hold on, I will explain it. So we can do that by typing ID and verifying the passwd. Now let's go to the home, and the home directory is made for this user. So if you go into the hacker, nothing is present. Now you probably be confused by two things here. One is 1001 number, and second one was that scale. Now first of all, let me explain by typing this command again. Now as you can see, this is the UID. Now every user in Linux, basically everything in Linux is specified by ID or some special numbers. Even your processes, even your users, even your groups, even everything in Linux is specified by a special number which we call ID. So there is process ID, there is user ID, there is group ID. So basically there are IDs for every users. Now why this ID is 1001? We didn't set that, but it's default. Okay, let me tell you. The normal user ID or our user, like let's say the user we create, Kencypher user you will create, like I don't know, something like that, elite hacker or something. So that UID will start from 1000. If I ID Kencypher, it will have user ID of 1000. As you can see, it has user ID of 1000, and normal user ID always start with 1000 and above. So as you can see, if I keep adding more users, this number will increment. Like if I add new user, their UID will be 1002. Now the GID works the same way. It's the group ID, but we haven't gone to the groups yet, but we will get to it. So hold your horses. So hacker is in groups hacker. All right. So as you can see, we done that. And now you might be wondering, what is the UID for root? You will be surprised to see that root is the first ever user to exist on Linux. It has 0 UID and its group has 0 GID because it is the very first user to exist. So when you will cat or passwd file, you would probably see a lot of users there. And if I didn't tell you passwd file and shadow file, I will explain in some other video or probably in this one. So after that, let's say we created a user. Now what the hell was this scale /scale? Now scale is a default configuration for basically if you want to, let's say if you want to, let's say create a new user with some default directories. Let's say I create a user and I want that user home directory to have special folders, like that, specific folders. Let's say if I create by mkdir, if I create let's say videos, office, stuff, tools, practice, docker. Okay, we have folders here. Okay, now let's go back to the /home. Let's create another user. Let's create one with user add. Now we didn't do that. Okay, let's create one with user add. But first we're going to be reading its manual page. Now this manual pages really comes in handy if you're stuck on some command, if you don't know what parameter, how this command works or stuff like that. So this manual page or man pages really help you. So just type man and then command, you can read that. So basically it's like a manual. So there are a lot of options here, but we only need few here. We don't need expire date for now. There are, as you can see, there are a lot, to be honest. We can set our GID, we can set a specific group number if it exists. We cannot like create. If we want to, we can set it on group. Basically it will not create on its own group and it will be added into another group, but this is hold for another video. So we don't need to add -k, it will do the job automatically, but if it doesn't, we can do that. So I'm searching, there was an option here, -p. We don't need -p for now, and -uid, you can set your own UID. Let's do that. I was searching for this. Okay, just type user add, and let's type -u, let's say 2000, okay, and let's type hacker2, and let's also give it a password, hacker2. Let's see if it picks up that. Okay, I think it's done. Let's type hacker2. Okay, it has the UID of 2000. Okay, we made our own custom, and it has the UID of 2000, and probably has password for hacker2. Now, why I say probably? Because I tried this same command in CentOS 2 and it didn't work. I don't know why. So probably I know if I made some mistake. I'm not really familiar with the user add password, but I'm really familiar with user add other parameters. So but first let's go to the hacker2 directory and wait. Okay, user add command might create some issues for us. We didn't get home directory. Now don't worry, nothing to worry about, because in CentOS or in Red Hat distro, you don't need to add parameters to create a home directory. User add already does that automatically in CentOS or Red Hat distributions. So maybe in Debian this option is not updated yet. So let's see what we find here. We can create by -d, and we can create it using -d, and if you want to pick up from scale, we can use it -k, -d and -k. Okay, let's delete that user del. Okay, the command for deleting a user is user del. Just type the user del hacker2. Okay, it will delete the user completely from your Linux system. Let's create, and let's also do that -d -k. Oh, valid home directory. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay, /home. Okay, it will do that. Okay, it probably didn't pick up from hacker2. Why? ls-la. Let's do that. Let's go into the hacker. Okay, nothing in hacker, and it probably didn't. Let's do that again. Let's delete the user completely, and let's type the user add command again. Okay, now this time I will be doing -d /home/hacker2. Okay, now we will be doing -u 2001, and let's type hacker2 and -k. For scale it was -k, right? -k. Okay, this is alternative skeleton directory. Okay, /etc/scale. Okay, let's just forget scale for now. Okay, let's try adding hacker2 here. I don't know why I'm not getting the hacker2 folder, but this will probably work. There are some issues with user add. I think there has been, I mean, there are a lot of issues, to be honest, this command, I mean, every time. But it's a good command if you want to add your own custom UID at the first, and groups or stuff like that, like you have full control of your user in user add. But add user does the job automatically. So if you want to use add user, it's really up to you. If you want to use user add, it's really up to you. So I'm just going to del hacker2 for now, and let's create a user, because we want to we still had to verify the scale. Let's add hacker2 by add user, and it will pick up copying files from scale. Let's type the password hacker2 blah 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 and y, but let's go to the hacker2, and there we go. The directories we created in scale are automatically created here. So basically it really does the job. So scale is basically a default setting place where you can copy the settings in your device directory. It's like installing app. Okay, so probably a little different, but something like that. So now let's delete both users, and let's type user del -r. Why I'm typing -r? -r is used to basically remove the home directory of a specific user. Now let's delete hacker2. We probably be needing a hacker for our user mod command. I don't think I will be able to cover group management. I might have said too much, user and group management, but this is just a part 1, so I think we'll be covering only user management in this video. So in the next video we'll be covering group management and stuff like that. So now let's say if we want to modify a user, but no, I don't want to say it. Okay, let's say we want to modify a user. We want to change its UID, we want to change it where it lives, or where, I mean, the groups and stuff like that. Now there is something you need to know about groups in Linux. There is group for every user. Every user must be in a group. That's why whenever you create a new user, it creates its own group, because every user must be a part of one group. It's like if you want to study in university, you need to get admission at least in one course. So it works like that. So your user need to be part of one group if you want to use your system, or if your user want to exist. So let's go over to that. We have specific groups here in root. You can also view the file /etc/groups. I think it group. Okay, so we have a Kencypher group here. We also have a lot of here, but we are interested in root. Sorry, here root, and there might be another here, named as wheel. Maybe I need to just grab wheel. Okay, wheel is not present here. It was present in CentOS. I know why. Okay, there are a lot of issues with Debians and Red Hat and stuff like that. So they are basically both different, as you can see, but the commands work the same. Sometimes they change, but mostly 99% chance they will work the same. So okay, we are in now user mod. Let's say our user is only in hacker, and it cannot execute basically the sudo command. Let's type sudo apt install nmap. Okay, let's type hacker, and he cannot. Oh, okay, I forgot to show you the error message. Okay, he cannot do that. Why? Because he is not in sudoers file, meaning he's not in any group which can execute sudo permissions or stuff like that. So what we need to do is we need to add him to a group. We need to introduce him to a higher elite class. We need to get him entry into the halls of Valhalla. So maybe I said too much. Okay, let's go into the root and root password and like that. Okay, let's type user mod. Let's go back to the Kencypher home here. Okay, let's type user mod and just type it. So there are a lot of parameters here, as you can see. So we can do a lot, but I don't think I can read that. I will go with the manual pages. Thanks for making the manual pages. Okay, -a will come really handy, and we don't need to change its home directory for now. And -g will also come really handy, but -G will come really handy if you want to lock a user. This will work too, but we don't want to change the password. If you want to change its UID or stuff like that, okay, let's do that. ID hacker. I'm tired of 1001. I want it to be, I don't know, 99,000, stuff like that. Okay, user mod -u, let's say 9,000. Wait, what was it? 6666, number of the beast. Okay, and let's do hacker. Okay, user hacker is being processed, is used in process. So okay, let's kill that process. So you might get this error. So if you get this error, just I don't know, close another terminal and go into the root again. I think this should work. Okay, I know, yeah, it sometimes stinks and you have to do that with 2537. We need to look at that. Okay, KL2537. Okay, now let's do that again. Okay, if this is still bothering you, we probably need to refresh. Let's type bash again and let's do that again. Okay, we are stuck here. Let's do SSH again into our machine. So let's do SSH Kencypher again. Sorry, password. Maybe I entered the wrong password. Okay, we are in su root again, and let's clear it. User mod. Okay, now we did it. Okay, it sometimes take a few times. So let's ID the hacker, and there we go. We have UID of 66666, which is number of the beast, but it's 666. So we can change the UID by typing -u. Okay, let's say I want to lock this user. I don't want anyone to access this user. -L, capital L, and then type the username. Okay, this user will be locked. Let's check it. SU hacker. Type in hacker. Nope, can't do it. Nope, can't do it. No matter how hard we try, we cannot do it. Okay, let's go back into our root and let's unlock it. User mod -u, capital U for unlock, and let's type hacker. I'm sweating here, to be honest. Let's go into the hacker. We can do that. Let's go back into the root again. So this is how you levitate in Linux, to be honest. It is fun. As you can see, Linux is more fun, I mean. So user mod -U lets you unlock the user. I'm clearing the screen too far. If I'm clearing the screen too fast, let me know in the comments. I will slow my pace, but this is how I work, to be honest. I don't like to be messy. So okay, let's say I want to change hacker group. I want it to become elite member. Okay, user mod -G. Okay, let's add it to root. Okay, he's now a part of root, basically. As you can see, he's now a part of hacker and root. So let's go into the hacker again, and let's type sudo apt install nmap, and let's type in password. Okay, this should have worked, but for some reason it's not working, and I don't know why. Let's go into the root again, and let's add it to user mod -a for append. Let's add into the root, and I think comma was it, Kencypher, and cd-rom, I think. Okay, let's okay, yeah, we need to specify the user. Okay, I think we are done for now, and let's ID Kencypher too. I mean, what users he's in. We need to add him to sudo. Okay, if wheel is in CentOS, then I think sudo is the one for Debian, to be honest. I really didn't care. So let's add him to user -a capital G sudo and then hacker. Okay, this should work. Let's go back into the hacker, and okay, let's type sudo apt install nmap, and let's type in password hacker. Okay, now hacker can execute sudo command. So basically now hacker is the boss. Okay, but he might be in too many groups, to be honest. We can fix that later. So but let me know how you can fix it, how you can remove him from other users, other groups, sorry. So now you can change the UID, you can change its password, but you can change the password with this command passwd and type hacker, and you can change its password, but we don't need to. Let's type in hacker, and okay, so you can do that. So my point was that creating a user and user management is not difficult as you think. It's really easy. I've shown you. I mean, you just need to set some permissions and stuff like that, and things will go your way. You just need, this is how you can add user. You can modify them, you can modify their ID, you can modify their groups and stuff like that. And in the next video we will study about groups and group management, and we will see how you can add users to specific group. But we just saw that, but I don't think you fully understand the concept yet, but we will get to it and we'll pick up right where we left off. So basically this is all for today, and I will see you guys in the next video.